Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you're doing okay today. It has been a marvelous week thus far, and I want to share with you all that no matter what you may be going through in life, it will be okay. And you know, kindness is the most important thing that we need to do in this world today. We need to be kind, and we need to extend support and respect and really embrace one another, because you know it's just one of those things. As humanity, we should care about one another, and we should be willing to help one another. So that's just my little message that I want to start off my video today. So today I will be providing a first impression review, or trying on makeup, something new, something just recently launched, and yes, we are talking about the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. And I will be reviewing, giving my first impression thoughts of one of the palettes today. And if you don't know who Jaclyn Hill is, you know, she's basically an OG. She's one of the OGs that has been around in the beauty community for quite some time. I think she's very lovable. She's very straightforward. I think that she, you know, has a very spunk, like a little edge to her personality, but she's bubbly, and she does great makeup tutorials. I think she's very down to earth, but I think there tends to be some controversy around her, especially around her launches. But I base someone on their character and also where their heart is. I know her heart is in makeup, and I know that, you know, I have her last palette that she just put out, so I wanted to try out the smaller versions of her palettes. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with this eye demo of the palette. So before I get started, I want to share with you what I have on my face. So I applied the Maybelline primer, face primer base, the Hydrate and Smooth primer. I like using that primer underneath my powder foundation or cream liquid foundations. So I am using my BareMinerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Powder Foundation in Honeycomb 20. This is what the box looks like. And here's the color of the foundation. I was fitted for this foundation with the BareMinerals Pro consultant at ULTA, so she matched me to my shade. And she also put bronzer on my face, and basically I felt obligated to get this because it looked so good at the time she put it on my face. So I do have some bronzer on my face, and it's called the High Dive. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is the color. I love BareMinerals products. I feel like very sophisticated, very natural when I use BareMinerals products. And I like a natural glow, a natural type of finish to my face. And I feel like BareMinerals is definitely one of those brands that I love to put on. When I put it on, I just feel very just very nice, like I have on makeup, but you may not be able to tell it. And I really enjoy it. I really want to try their Complexion Rescue, and they also came out one recently. I want to think it's called the Complexion Defense. I would love to try those two moisturizer. I want to think it's like a BB cream type of product, so I would love to try that out. And I love their blushes. I just love BareMinerals. It's definitely one of my go-to brands to, you know, feel very like elegant, nice, sophisticated, you know. The next thing I put on my face, I applied some blush. So I put on the Palladio matte blush in Toasted Apricot. So this is the color. And I really like this blush. I love apricot, peachy, pinks, baby doll pinks, mauve type colors for my cheeks. I particularly like this one. So if you're looking for an inexpensive blush, this is something I would really recommend. So that's that blush. And then to highlight, I am using the Makeup Revolution Vivid Bake Bronzer. And I do use the bronze as light highlights because it does give that like pop of glow to my cheeks. So this is in Rock on Whirl. And this is what it looks like. And it's definitely the color I think will suit my skin tone and deeper skin tones. It's a really nice golden color. So if you haven't tried the Vivid Bake Bronzer, I highly recommend the bronzer. So those are my face products, and I just want to have that done, even though I just put up my Nirvana tutorial, so check that out. It still took me a long time applying it, even though I had most of my face products on. I just felt like I did a lot of more personal thoughts and talking in that video, so that's why I felt the video was longer. So let's go ahead and get started with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, and this is in Bling Boss. So this is the outside packaging, which is like really beautiful, and it looks like just exploding confetti. It's like confetti that's, you know, like surprise, and you feel it's silver, then there's a little pop of purples that's in there. And I had to look at the other palettes to see if it also has the same colors of the theme for that particular palette, because that'll be very like interesting. I think it's really good on her part that she designed it based on the color stories in that palette, that it has that little pops of purple. There's stars, there's little octagon shaped circles, rectangles, just a lot of different little confetti, and it's also reflective, so it's mirror. There is some rays on the design, so I feel like the design is very, I would think it's elegant, you know. It's definitely not something that was quickly done. I do think it feels like there was some work put into creating, and if you rub your finger across Jaclyn's name and Morphe, you will feel a raise on the letter as well. And you get information about the product like underneath it, where it's distributed, where it's made, how to follow Morphe. It's a 12 months shelf life on this palette. On the side, if you're stacking these like along your vanity or your dresser, wherever you store your makeup, on your storage organizer, you can fit it up where it's facing this way, so it has Bling Boss here that tells you what palette that is. Then on the other side of you have Morphe Jaclyn Hill. Again, it has that raised font printing, embossing on the mirrored part of this palette, which is really, I think it's really elegant packaging. And then on the back you have Jaclyn. She's smiling, and she's providing her own personal quote about the palette, her signature, and the ingredients in the palette. She says, "I am so excited to finally show you guys the shades I've stashed away in the vault," with a winky face. "I hope you love this collection." So I have 3 of the palettes. One was sold out the day that it launched, and it launched last Tuesday. So that was like August. I will leave the official date that it launched in the description box. But it launched on Tuesday, and I want to think it was the 14th. But I bought this palette from ULTA. So the palettes are $15 each, and you will get, if you buy it from ULTA, you will get the bubble wrapping. So it comes in the bubble wrapping to protect the palette. And then you get the palette itself. Again, it mirrors the packaging that the palette, of the box that the palette comes in. And some of the confetti carries over on the top of the packaging. So I noticed a lot of little things like that, because on the packaging it doesn't extend like that, but on the packaging it does on the palette. And you have the little information about Morphe on the back. Inside you get a nice size mirror, which looks like this, and you get the eyeshadow palette with the sleeve. So it's not thin, it's very well made. And then you get the 10 shades. So these are what the shades look like. Since I am a fan of purples, I can't wait to use this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using the purples today, but we shall see, because I like to play. I don't ever have my my looks planned out, so I'm basically doing it as I go. So let's go ahead and get started. So just going to put that over to the side there. So I really felt excited when the Vault collection was launched. I think Jaclyn is definitely someone who is innovative, and I think she wants to put her whole heart out there when she creates her products. Don't know the controversies, don't want to know the tea, you know, even though the tea has been spilled, you know, all over social media. I like the way that how do I put it in the words? I like when people who make their makeup for their particular brand or a collaboration, that I can see there's passion behind their work. And that's what I really base when I'm going to buy a product or a palette or an eyeshadow or anybody's collaboration. I'm looking for the passion. And if I know you really love the passion that you put into your product, I am already pretty much sold. And when Jaclyn was showing the swatches and talking about her palette, I was excited because I already have the bigger one. I wanted these too. And I know whatever she's going to put out is going to be nice. And you know, and I know there's this whole controversy about the palette, the shadows being patchy, and I feel like because I did swatch them in the store before I bought them, you can build up the colors. Even the one that may come across a little bit patchy, you can build them up and just be patient. I think be patient with eyeshadow applications and give yourself some time. Play around with different eyeshadow primers or concealers, whatever your preference may be, to see which will work for you. Just because you try one primer and it doesn't work for you, I say give it a chance, give it a couple of tries before you decide to say, no, this is not for me. But you know, to each their own. I just share my own opinion. I swatched the Armor Gorgeous and ULTA over the last weekend, and I used the Urban Decay primer potion, eyeshadow primer, and I think it went over that primer really well. So sometimes you may have to just try a different primer to see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to look for a crease. I want to play with the purples, but that gem color is calling me. So you know what? I'm going to start off with Rockstar. So let's start off with Rockstar. Rockstar is this, I want to call it almost like eggplant. It's this purple plum shade here. And I'm going to apply this with my Eco Beauty Australia that I purchased at Marshall. I have been loving this brush. And this brush picks up a lot of pigment. So let's see. And I did prime my eyes with the Kat Von D Lock-It Correcting, Color Correcting Eyeshadow Primer. And I really like this primer because the primer does lock those shadows in place. So let's go ahead and get started. Because if you're looking for a good locking type of primer, I encourage you to look for the Lock-It primers. I bought them from Marshall, so that's a good way to get your hands on them if you're looking for a primer that will basically stay in place and hold your shadows where you place them. So I'm just blending in Rockstar. And as you can see here, so just keep building on the colors, depending on the way you want to have it intense. If you just want a sheer wash of color, tap off your brush to remove some of the product. If you want it more heavier, medium to full coverage in that area, leave the product on your brush. And I really like it. I like how the purple comes off so far. Again, all the color always concentrate right in my crease. That's okay, because I can always go back and play and touch it up if I want to. Then I'm going to go over to the next eye. Just pat that in. I think I would love to see Jaclyn come out with liquid lipsticks or matte satin type lipsticks or lip glosses with Morphe or her own brand if she comes out with her own makeup line. But if she's with Morphe, that would be so nice, like if she would have had release also some lipsticks with her collection. I know that she had brushes coming out for this collection, so I wonder if there's other things coming out slowly. So as you can see, that purple builds up and it goes straight into my crease. My cat is licking my feet right now. And I know that sounds random, but he is bathing my feet. So that's what it looks like so far. So I'm just gonna move along and choose another color. So I think I want to play with, I think I want to keep building up Rockstar a little bit on the corner, but I think I want to go in. Rockstar is a really nice deep plum color, like deep plum, like eggplant, plummy purple. But I want to go on that corner, and I'm going to go in with Mystic. So Mystic is this deep brown color. It's probably like, it could be a brown, but it's a deep burnt, almost like a dark burnt burgundy looking color, or a dark burnt plum shade. So let me find another blending brush. I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics taper like detailed blending brush, and I'm just gonna deepen up. I'm gonna deepen up that corner. And yes, it will be smoky, because you know me. If you've been watching me so far, you know I love me a good smoky eye. I want to think Jaclyn does too. I think she's a smoky girl, but I also know she wears some neutrals. But I know she likes that bling bling. And that's such a nice color to deepen up that crease. If you see, it really deepens up Rockstar at the outer crease. And there's no kick up. The one that I have, there's no kick up in the pan. The colors are applying really nicely. Rockstar had a little bit of patchy there, but you can always go back in and reapply colors. Just get through your whole look, and then you want to go back in, you can touch that up. But I wouldn't say that is a bad color. You just gotta work and build it up. So I'm just gonna sweep that color and taking that onto the crease, and I'm trying to blend that out. I want that corner to look very smoky. So just take it out and blend. Bring it towards the front. As you can see here. So I think that's really smoky on that corner. So let's go ahead and start playing. I want to play with a little bit of sparks. I'm going to go in the crease just a little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. So I'm going to go in with sparks, which is this nice brick red shade here. And I'm just going to work it into the transition at crease. Because I've been curious about this color. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I'm looking for these pops of colors. So you know I got to play with it. It's probably going to get covered up because when I put an accent color over it, I don't know how much you're going to notice that sparks is there. And I'm just going in the crease and blending it in with Rockstar. And these colors really do. They stay in place with a good primer. So I'm just gonna blend out my crease now. So that's what it looks like so far. So let's go in with let's start accenting the colors onto my eyelids. So I'm going to go in with, I'm so tempted to use Berry Treasure because I'm so curious how that color looks on the eyelid. But you know what? Maybe I will line my lower lash line with it. But let's go in with Gem. So I'm going to go in with Gem using my Eco Beauty Australia Smoky eye brush. It's just a flat shader. And I'm going to go in with Gem. So let me show you what Gem looks like. It's that color there. A very bright purple. Almost neon looking. And I'm just going to pat the color onto my eyelid. Because I'm going to put 2 accents on my eyelid. So I'm just basically giving it some space. And then I'm going to go in with another color. So far, that's what it looks like without wetting the brush. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to wet the brush. I want these shadows to appear as they are in this. My camera just started on me. But it does give off a nice payoff without me having to wet my brush. So I just want to stick to these colors the way they appear in the palette. And that is a beautiful, gorgeous purple. I would say almost full shadow. That is really pretty. And it looks really beautiful against Mystic. It looks really nice against that dark, deep, I feel like a dark, deep, plummy shade. Like, looks really super gorgeous. Super pretty. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to go in with a second color. And I'm going to, and some of the purple does move down, so be aware of that. I'm going to go in with my second accent color. And I think I want to add a gold. So let's try Glitz and Glam. So this is Glitz and Glam here. I'm going in with that shade with my e.l.f. Eyeshadow C brush. I love using this dense brush to pack on shimmers, metallics, full metallic shadows, because it really does a nice job packing on colors. So I'm going in with Glitz and Glam on the inner part of my lid. And let's hope that I don't need to wet my brush. We can just do this without any support. And you can use your fingers to make it a little bit more intense. But I like using my brush. I don't like putting my fingers into my eye. So it gives like this nice, almost like a light champagne type of color to it. And I'm go over to the other eye, do the same thing, just pat it in. Now y'all remember the bigger palette didn't come with a mirror, but Jaclyn made sure that the smaller palettes had mirrors in them. So it's always like take into consideration the design and the packaging and the cost. Like, even though they're charging $15 for each palette, this can easily be priced higher based on the packaging, the little included small detail aspects of the palette, the mirror. So just keep that in mind, that you may be getting more for the price. So that's what I did with that part of my eyes. So let's go down. So let me just blend this. Let's just blend all this in so everything looks nice and cohesive. I know some of you guys might clock me if my shadow ain't blended. So let's go ahead. Every time I put my mirror up, I feel like it darkens up the screen. Hopefully y'all are still able to see me. So yeah, that's pretty much the top part of my eye. So let's go on and play with the bottom. So I am going to move this color. Let me find the right brush. I'm going to move Mystic down the lower part of my eye. And we're going to apply that to my lower lash line. So I have my BH Cosmetic, basically like a pointed, tapered buffing brush, or probably like a fine detail brush. And I'm just going to move that Mystic down to the lower portion of my eye. So to basically try to keep that shape of my eye going. I want to keep it. I think I have discovered the perfect primer to keep my eyes from watering in the corner. Thank you, Kat Von D, for creating this primer. I'm just going to move it all over the eyes, underneath, and then I'm going to go back and top over another color. I know that color is expanding under my eye. But it's all good. Just play in the shadows. Because we just want to drag that color down like so, just to give it a nice, you know, a nice, almost slightly grungy, but smoky, definitely a smoky color. And I think it's brilliant that she included a deeper plum, almost like a, yeah, it is deep. It's a dark black and plum, like looks burgundy in the plane, but it's deep. A deep smoke purple. A mid-tone purple. A deep, like neon purple shimmer. And the rest of the colors are, you know, in the berries type family. So let me go back in with, now I'm going to go in with Berry Treasure, which is here. And I'm just going to go underneath my eyes and kind of line that along the lower lash line. And just kind of give it some bling. Oh, that's such a gorgeous color. This palette makes me think of party. If you getting ready to get glammed and you got somewhere to go for the evening, this is your glam palette, as they call Bling Boss. That's exactly what it is. It is glam. It is glam central. It is beautiful. It's definitely your party palette. You just want to get dolled up. This is your palette. I'm using my Eco Tools flat liner brush. And that's what I'm lining Berry Treasure with. This is such a gorgeous color. And it's smoky, so it comes off like a nice black liner. It is so gorgeous. So that's what that looks like. I'm telling you, I like this palette. I ain't even got to my final thoughts yet, but you hear me? I love this palette. I love it. So let's go ahead and let's do a inner corner. So since I forgot to clean my angled brush from the Eco Beauty Australia Smoky Brush set I've been using for most of this tutorial, I need to find I'm just going to use this smudger brush from the Eco Beauty Australia brush set. I love these brushes. These brushes, if you all see this, get this set. It is nice. I'm going to add some bling to my inner corner highlight. So let's go in with Bling Bling, which is in the corner here. So I'm going to add that in my inner corner. And these shadows are pressed really well in this palette. There's no kick up. There's no there's hardly no fallout. Just a little bit of transfer of gem down to my lower lash line area, but there's really no fallout. So I'm going to go in. Hopefully Bling Bling shows, because Bling Bling almost looks like Glitz and Glam. I could have took Berry Treasure all the way up into my inner corner. And I'm debating to do that. Because the Bling Bling, tempted to wet Bling Bling to see if it'll give off a stronger glow. So let me wet my brush, because Berry Treasure needs to stay smoked out. So I just used some Matte Fix Plus to dampen my brush. So you want it damp but not overly saturated. And let's see if I can get that bling bling aspect. And if it bling bling may do better on the lid versus the inner corner, because I'm having a hard time getting it to bling itself out. But yes, that's pretty much my look. I'm just gonna stop here because everything looks fabulous. Fabulous. So let's go ahead and jump into the mascara. So the IT Cosmetics has a birthday mini available for ULTA. So if you're signed up with ULTA Beauty, you're an insider, or you're one of those, the higher up, because there are tiers like Sephora has. If you're signed up as one of their beauty like ULTA insiders, then you will get this for your birthday. So look for your email, and if you get the email, definitely pick this up, because it's a mini and it's something to just try out. And I've never tried out anything from IT Cosmetics. It's the Superhero Elastic Scratch Volumizing Mascara, and it says happy birthday here. So really nice packaging, and it's exclusive at ULTA, and you see ULTA name there. It's in super black. So I'm going to try this out. And inside the box it has the message from Jamie. And it says, "You are beautiful and you are it." So I think that's really cute. And I've heard different beauty influencers talk about this mascara and that they seem to like it. So this is what it looks like. Let me put it back in here. So it's a little mini. It's a little mini like this. And it comes with the wand that looks like this. And I like little minis. I mean, they're a great way to try out a product, especially you're not going to use all the product. It's a great way to have it, to make sure you use it all. And it definitely gives like volume. I think it's more of a volume type mascara. It feels wet when you're applying it to the lashes. At least when I'm applying it to my lashes. I always worry about poking my eyes out with the wands because they can be super thick. And I don't want to poke my eyes out. So let me go before I do that, because I want to make sure I blend it out. This part of my eyes too, because I don't want to leave nothing unblended. Okay, let's proceed. This is gorgeous. So I'm going to this mascara reminds me of the YSL like full effect mascaras. It has that same wetness to it, and it does make my eyes look like I'm wearing falsies. And it's super black, just like I love my mascaras to look. So yeah. So that has it. That's my completed blinged out, bling ready to go party, even though I'm not a party girl, type of glam eye look. I definitely think it is stunning. I love the way the eyeshadows look on my eyes. This purple, this gem is just giving me life. Berry Treasure. Let's hold that to the final thoughts. So let me put on a lippy, because a lippy must be added. I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Seraphine. And I got this from, from Marshalls for $6.99. And this is what the color looks like. So I thought about wearing like a purple lip, but I was like, you know what, let me just try this color and see how it works. Has a flat doe foot to it. So let's do it. There's nothing wrong with having a nice little deep red lip with some pops of berry, because that whole berry thing, everything will go together. Ignore my cat if you hear. Now that fall is just around the corner, getting out your berry, your deep red lippies, or your vampy colors is a must. For those of you who follow colors of the season. It's time. Even though technically summer isn't over in the States here. Some parts of the world is already winter. Australia in particular. Is it winter or fall? For my Aussies who are watching this video, yes. I surely hope ABH is not discontinuing this color, because it is stunning. So that is Seraphine. Woo, honey. Definitely a nice color. It is beautiful. It's giving that berry life. And if you were just wearing sparks all over your eyes with this lippy, oof. Sparks and Berry Treasure. So let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts. You already know by now what's about to come out of my mouth, but I'm keeping it 100. I love this palette. I love it. I love it. All the colors that I use in this palette so far is phenomenal. Great pigmentation, good payoff, blendable. They work together. That Mystic is giving me life. Mystic, Gem, Berry Treasure, even Sparks is gorgeous. I like, which one is it? I like Rockstar too. Rockstar is a really nice build up color. You can wear it in the outer crease, all over the eyelid. You can even try to do a monochromatic look from this palette. It is a beautiful shade. Glitz and Glam is a nice, I would say it's a nice accent color, but it's not pulling itself on this eye look. In the corner, it's not bad, but I feel like it's not pulling it And I could have wet my brush with that color, but I decided to try to let these shadows ride on their own without, you know, some back support pushing it along. Didn't want that. And the bling bling for my inner corner is a little bit lackluster. But other than that, I really like this palette. I will continue to play with it, and I may come back and create more looks from this palette. But I like it. Overall, you get, again, some beautiful shades. Some beautiful shades in this palette. Take a really good look. Beautiful colors in this palette. Berry Treasure is going to break your heart because you're going to fall in love with it. And all the loving it's going to be given the whole entire world who's using it. Won't love you back, but you're just going to be like, you know what, I'm okay with you being my friend because I know you're too busy loving everybody else's eyes when I want you to only love my eyes. It's one of those kind of shades, and it is perfect for lining your eyes. I haven't tried it as a accent color, and I will play with that too. But lining and smoking out my lower lash line, woo! I am feeling it. It is gorgeous. So I highly recommend this palette. You see Bling Boss, get this palette. I know it's this whole controversies of the V1 and the V2. Mine says V2. Jaclyn has come out and said that the V1, V2 has nothing to do with it. You know, it's to each their own. I believe in working with palettes. Work with them. Try to get them to work. If you just feel like it's just not working for me, it's not my cup of tea, by all means, do what you must. But don't give up on it just so quickly. Don't give up on palettes. Don't give up on things that you really want to try because there's controversy around it. If your heart and your eyes and your mind is set upon it, chances are you need to try it. And if you don't want to commit to the entire vault, which is, I think is $49 at the Morphe stores, and I hear that Morphe is also going to the UK, and we'll be opening up a store there. I think they'll open up a Morphe in Australia, according to Beauty News, if I'm not mistaken. Watch those girls, they're fabulous. Kat and Haley. Love watching them. But definitely, you know, try out this palette. It's really nice. A very beautiful, like berry palette with some pops of gold. Some pops of like pinky rose gold types of shade. You got Hush Hush, which is your standard neutral cool tone type of color, and I think she did that, you know, to have a transition shade or a base shade without making it like a vanilla or a light tan beige color. And you have that pop of purple, gem, and rockstar with a little bit of red, pink pool, and sparks, misted at deep. So I just will keep talking, and that video stopped again. So you may not have caught me. I think my camera's telling me it's time to go. But yes, I definitely recommend this palette. I love it. The It Mini of the superhero and super black. I love this mascara. I think it's a beautiful, I would even say sophisticated, like you got to get ready for the town type of mascara. Throw that bad boy on and get to moving. Definitely nice. It's a volume mascara. As far as my Anastasia Beverly Hills, you already know I am a fan of these lippies, stuff that they made. You know, I honestly feel like ABH can do no wrong. That's how I honestly feel. And I love their liquid lipstick. I hope this color is not phasing out, because I did bought it from Marshall's, and I know there are a lot of different liquid lipsticks and lip glosses that have shown up in Marshall's and TJ Maxx. They may be phasing out or they changing packaging, but I hope this color is not phasing out, because it's a beautiful shade. And if you see this shade, I highly recommend it. Get it, put it in your purse, have it as your go-to red shade. This is beautiful. So I have raved enough for today. I cannot rave anymore. Thank you, Jaclyn Hill, for creating the Bling Boss Palette. I am looking forward to be trying your other palettes in your Vault collection. And I like it, you know. I'm someone who believes in trying products regardless of the controversy that stems around it. You know, I believe in trying. I love makeup, you know. I just love makeup. I love trying new products, and that's the fun of it. It's supposed to be art and artistic, and you know, not everything is for everybody. But this palette is for me, and I'm glad that I have it. And I'm glad that I have other Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't have a first one, because then she put out one before her last one. So she has a Vault, the last one, and then I want to think there was one before that. But I like it. It's like my eyes are giving me life. I want to go to bed with this and wake up. Hopefully my eyes are still looking beat as ever. So anyhow, let me go. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch my video. Hope that you enjoyed it and it has mesmerized you in the best pleasurable way. So again, let's do our best to woo-saw, to take a moment in our life and just relax and let everything go. Things that hold us down, things that pull us down, things that nag us during the day, in the evening, in our sleep, in our dreams. Let's try to let go. Know that we're all humans. Know that we're not perfect, but we need to strive to help and support each other and show kindness. And doing kindness is a level of empathy and compassion. That's the only way to make change in this world. I love this beauty community. I love being a part of it and creating looks. So I just really want the community to come together, support each other, be one with one another. So with that thought, I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in my next video. I will be doing brush swatches of Bling Boss, so stay tuned for that, and I will be putting up the other swatches from the other palettes and the Eyeshadow squad that I did, the Thrill Seeker one. I will be putting that up too, so stay tuned, and I will be back. So take care. Bye.